So, okay, let me actually tell the story real quick, because I don't think I've ever told this story in full of how the Doors are the first band that I was ever a fan of.
Okay.
And the only reason that I'm really into music at all can completely be traced directly back to the Doors. Mm-hmm. If anything, you could say that the Doors opened my doors in my mind to music in general.
Awesome.
Because when I was a kid, I never paid attention to music. Mm-hmm. Like, I'm saying up until I was like 10 or 11. Mm-hmm. It was always just like background noise to me. Mm-hmm. Like, I never really consciously thought about it. Obviously, music was around, but if somebody asked me what kind of music I would like, I would just be like, rock and roll. Like, I didn't even know what the fuck it meant, really.
Right.
One day, I was with my family. We were somewhere in Florida that wasn't where we lived. Sanibel. We were in Sanibel Island, Florida. Right? Mm-hmm. And
sounds beautiful.
It is a beautiful place. If you ever have a chance, go to Sanibel/Captiva Island in Florida.
What? I want a tequila sunrise right now.
Well, it's funny. I think about it now, not just a little side note. Like, we never really went on, like, vacations. We're like, let's go to fucking this country. Let's go to this country. Because it would always just be like, let's just drive to a place in Florida where we don't actually live.
Where it looks like freaking Asgard.
And we could save so much money.
Yeah.
Which is definitely what they were thinking. That's not what they said to us.
Yeah.
But it's like, we'll just drive 2 hours south and it's like we're in a whole new place. You know what I mean? Anyway, we were in Sanibel and we were watching TV, and a movie called Apocalypse Now came on cable. And if y'all don't know that movie, it's a Vietnam War movie, and it literally starts with like an image of the jungle and the trees. Mm-hmm. And all of a sudden you just hear like do 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 do. And I remember like looking at the trees and hearing that music and just being like entranced. I was just like, what is this? Like, I've never heard anything like this before. And I just couldn't look away. And then, you know, it keeps going, the song keeps building up, and then you hear the voice come in. This is the end. And then the trees explode. And I was instantly hooked. I was like, holy shit. I was like, what is this? This is crazy. And I said to my dad, who was watching the movie with me, I was like, Dad, what is this music? And he was like, they're called the Doors. And I'm like, that sounds kind of lame, but I like it. That sounds kind of lame, but, you know, the music is good enough that I don't give a shit.
Yeah.
So I went home, and I went on LimeWire, and I downloaded every single Doors song that I could possibly find.
Nice.
Until I just wore them all the fuck out. And then I was like, well, what other kind of music can I listen to that's kind of like this? So then I spread out to, like, other kind of, like, psychedelic rock from there.
Yeah.
And then from there, I spread out to classic rock, and then to punk rock, and then from punk rock into hip hop. Mm-hmm. And that's how I've gotten into music.
That's
like,
awesome.
It all started with the Doors. Like, 100%, if there were no Doors, like, I probably wouldn't live in New York City. Like, there wouldn't be Sight After Dark. Like, 100%. Like, the line of me being here, being a musician, I can trace directly back to the Doors.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's pretty awesome. I can trace my actual musicianship, like playing an instrument, back to the Doors, because I Love Her Madly had come on again at some point in my life. And then when I heard it, it's like I knew I heard it before. And it's like it was the second time in my life that I had heard it. And I feel like most likely the first time I heard it, I was very, very small and I really liked it, but it triggered something in my mind. And I just knew I wanted to play that song.
Right.
Like, so that made me go get a guitar. That made me bring it in the house. That made me know the difference between a left-handed and a right-handed guitar. Like, I didn't even know there was a difference. Like, I didn't even know that. And like, once I had the guitar in my hand, I was like, okay, well, I can learn to play this by ear or I can get the book. And I did both. I learned to play it by ear, and then I actually learned the tab. And like, that's what made me an actual musician. And I thank the Doors for that. Like, that's pretty dope. Like, you know.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Shout out to the Doors for opening the doors of our minds.
Yeah.